What's going on, YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Green Arrow issue number 27. This one is written by Chris Condon with artwork by Montos. And this is another really solid issue in this Chris Condon Green Arrow run. I mean, this book is up there with some of my favorites for sure. It's like top 2 or 3 in terms of my favorite monthly ongoings at DC. I like this one, I like Batman and Robin, and yeah, those are probably the top 2, to be honest. Because there's some other ones I enjoy as well, but like these ones, especially this storyline with the grounded Green Arrow stuff, street level things and some emotions and all that going into it, it's just really good stuff. So basically where we left off the previous issues, Roy Harper had kind of vanished from his hospital bed. We know that he went face to face with the Crimson Archer, who basically hit him with something and caused him to OD. And Ollie was very defensive of him, saying, I know Roy, he's a lot better now. He wouldn't go back to drugs. I literally just saw him 5 minutes ago. And of course, he was right. This Archer character, this Crimson Archer, is going around towards addicts and ODing and killing them with his arrows. So Ollie's off there to try and figure out what's going on with him. And then we have Lian and Roy stuff, which is something I've been wanting to see more of, because if you've seen some of my Titans videos, you know I'm questioning, why isn't Roy with his kid? You're off here focusing on this stuff with Donna when you have a kid to raise right now. You should be focusing on that. At least bring her along for your missions or something. Just kind of have her close proximity, because Cheshire, I guess, is off trying to rob the Justice League, even though she should be totally fine financial or whatever. I haven't read that book, but the fact that she's off to try and rob the Justice League, I'm like, lady, you just got your daughter back with Roy and all that, and you're off doing this stuff? Come on now. But yeah, so this is a really good issue here. The artwork by Montos is really strong. And basically, as the issue opens up, we have Lian. She's trying to find her dad, and then she knows exactly where he's at, and she finds him on the roof, and he looks like he's standing over the edge, almost ready to kind of jump. But it does lead to a really good conversation between the two characters. Also, Ollie, Green Arrow's off there trying to intimidate some people. He gets some information from this guy and tells him, I'm going to cut you off the warning, change your career path because you don't want this around your kid or something. So, but he gets some more information on the Crimson Archer. And then we have this nice little conversation between Roy and his daughter. They're still trying to get to know each other a little bit, because obviously a lot of time in that has passed. And he tells her about his troubled past and what kind of led to it. There is some fault for Ollie involved in it, because Ollie was really strict and he was just trying to lash out and try and get himself in a bit of a rebellious phase. But he talks about his past drug problems to his daughter. It's a very serious conversation. He felt proud of where he was at, because he really did overcome that stuff and tried to help people. And to have that trauma kind of reignited, not by his own hand, but by somebody else, to really just kind of feel something like that. It's a really heartbreaking thing for a former addict to go through, because they fought through tooth and nail to overcome their addiction. And to have somebody force that onto you against your will, that's got to be heartbreaking, because you felt like you made so much progress, and just to have somebody kind of violate that is just, it's a very sick and twisted thing. So Ollie's there, he finds the Crimson Archer, and then they do get into a scuffle. And again, the conversation between Roy and Lian is really strong between the two of them, and it's a nice father and daughter bonding moment. He's like, okay, let's go stop this guy. And then of course Ollie's there trying to save somebody. They get into a fight, and he's kind of kicking the Crimson Archer's ass, but because you have the civilian involved, the Archer shoots the civilian. He's like, what do? Chase the villain or save the boy? I'm sorry, that's my Arnold impersonation from Batman and Robin, but it's the same dilemma, where he has a chance to either go after the Crimson Archer or save this person's life. And being a hero, he's going to save the person's life. So, or at least, do his best to kind of save him. So, yeah, that's the issue in a nutshell. I thought it was really good. I think Montos's artwork looks spectacular. A lot of the visuals do tell the storyline. There's the much needed Lian and Roy stuff that I've been wanting to see more of. And it's also a smaller, more focused storyline with this thing. It's not bringing in a million characters into it for the sake of it. I think what I expect from this run is each subsequent arc may incorporate different Green Arrow family characters to try and tell a story with them, because there is a large roster, but you want to keep the storyline a little bit more focused, because during the Williamson stuff kind of earlier on, they had so many Arrow fan members that you didn't really need some of them. Remember when they introduced that Red Canary character? They have done pretty well. Like, she appeared in Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it just feels like we didn't really need a Red Canary character. You could have just used the role to fill something else, but just feel like, oh, we want to create a new character just for the sake of it. But they didn't really do much with her since then, and I don't know if anybody really is after the fact, but hey, all things considered, that's another storyline. In terms of this one, the characters that need to be there are there to tell this thing, and it's done so in a really good way. So, and giving us the much needed Lian and Roy stuff that I feel like we really haven't tapped into as much as we should have at this point since she's been back, because she was off working stuff in Gotham, and now she's here, and Cheshire's off someplace else. Roy seems to have kind of walked away from the Titans for a little bit at least, and I'm totally 100% okay with that. Focus on that in the Green Arrow fam. Hopefully in other arcs too, you get other characters integrated. I'd like to see Emiko being written by what Chris Condon's able to do here, because again, that is Ollie's sister, and she hasn't had a meaningful story arc in many, many years. It just feels like she's kind of forgotten about too, especially now that Lian's back, because it's like, oh, we have a child, like teenage Archer or whatever right here. How old is Lian, by the way? Is she like a teenager at this point? Still kind of for it. It seems like she is, but I don't exactly know, because she was trapped through time and all that other crazy, wacky stuff. So, because she seems more mature than a lot of characters. I don't know where she's at in terms of things right now. So, it's weird with DC characters and all that too. So, but hey, all things considered, this is a really solid book. And if you're not reading Green Arrow, you totally should, because it's really fucking good. So, there you go. There's my quick thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel for more content, hit the bell for notifications, all other fun stuff. I got 2 more DC comic books that I want to talk about today. The latest issue of Justice League Unlimited and the latest issue of Superman. But I really in tune to this one right now, so I want to kind of get this one out of the way and then move to other titles after the fact. So there you go. All right, well, that's all I have to say. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.